round of Village 7-1, so we're going to see a fabulous all boats for the reach. It's SAPJ Luca, it's Lucas Moore, it's Village 7-1, and Jim Cars can sneak in. It's also attacking her boot. See, it's all the swords are, and they're penalizing each other.
Hello and welcome to our Esailing World Championship Final highlight show.
And Steve, I promised in many ways. There you go. You lose, and you snooze. There, and he's taking the win because he's cheating. So starting in first Esailing TV, doing a great start this time. Let's go this way, so we might get some. No, don't do that with the mark again. Ah, Jesus Christ. Why doing a crazy format as we're doing today?
Well, I'm getting kind of
To the right hand side, see the blue starts up there. Then two penalties, no, only one penalty. Hello and welcome. Good afternoon, good morning to all of you Esailing fans around the world, and a special warm welcome to Turkey on the channel. Today we go to the Turkish community, led by Kaan Mansuka Havuk, also known as Havuk. He is today organizing one of the biggest regattas in the Turkish community's history. 100 players coming up. And when we watch it here, see here in Sail Ranks, what a fantastic program. They're all registered in here. Havuk, Happy Hour, Dog Boss. I can continue to mention names all the way down. And a lot of them I haven't seen before. And they are 100 Turks in total, getting ready to rumble. They're getting ready to some J17 action. And they're divided into group. And we're starting with in 5 groups. We can't see all the groups here in the program, but we can see the results. Group A, B, and C will start actually right now. So let's try to go in and find some action with them. It's the Turkish league. They're really doing a great job down there. It's growing, and rumors saying that the Turkish Federation might going in and support them. Or see Spanish, Finnish, Friends, it's amazing, Austria, but we're going to watch out for the Turks and keep an eye for them. There we have the first group, and I'm pretty sure this is part of the group. Selima A, that's the one we're just going to watch here. Yeah, Kanat is there, so this is one of the races we're going to watch. It's race number 1 in the groups. So let's get ready to action. We have some names we know before. Ball Talk we are watching here. That's a player we have seen before. See, 20 players from the start. Lasustu, Yedinsiri, we have Fiertina, Burakol, Selima A, Utugonea. Oh, that's actually a really top racer we have seen before. Erman, Yelkansi, Kankir, VGSN. That's, as I remember, Video Jursen, Bebeto, Takuni. Then we have Gokim, we have Ersin, Batu, Gags, Denise Kit, Comes, and a boat. That's a visitor boat coming in. There are 100 players going to do 5 races back to back, and I couldn't see if there's a discard after race number 4, and then after there will be put into a final match race, as I remember, where we'll see the top races. This is race number 1. Let's see how it will go. 3 groups in the start, and we are watching one of them. I don't know if it's A, B, and C, but it is the Turkish League coming up. 5 seconds. The windsocks are not with them, so what to do in this case? Opposite side here, we can see it's a clean start. We can see they're all sailors. One penalty, that's not here, that's here. Eleme dropping down. Another penalty to Bar 2 here in the middle, and Yelkensi also with a penalty. But it looks like Utunagena is going to the left-hand side, a small split. Bebeto going to the right-hand side. And yesterday we saw the Portuguese J-Boat tournament doing their final and medal race. And we saw some really cool action in the J17 there. So we know we can't call the winner who's doing the best. But right now it looks like Bebeto is in the lead. And that skipper is doing a great job. All of them participating today, all 100 players, are sailors. They are part of a sailing club or a sailing community. And they're doing this together because they have also been locked down in these corona times. So when they can't race on water, then let's race on the digital water. Second penalty to Yelkensi. We just go a little bit down here to Buraxel. And let's see here, he's in second. He's coming in starboard tack. And there's no wind shift at all. Absolute no wind shift. So who is in the favorite side and who's not? I think this is the standing when we're coming to the mark, that this boat we are watching here will be in the lead. Bar 2 a little bit under pressing Yelkensi, but amazing to see Yelkensi in 5th, actually 4th at the moment, because until now that boat, that skipper, got 2 penalties, one in the start and one in the upwind race. But in the J70, when you get a penalty upwind, you lose around 5-6 meters. And if your opponent is not good enough, you're not losing that much. But let's see, it looks like the wind is coming in as a wind shift. This means here we have VDSN and Yarışı, then we have Gokem, we have Boltork. Right now it looks like, according to server, Boltork is in lead, but see the boats in front of us. They are crossing in front of him. So that's not the leading boat we are seeing here. That was the boat that was closest, according to server, to the top mark, but it's Bebeto coming in. So that was a good choice by him. But Bebeto will be under pressure when they're coming in. No, Buraxel, Bar 2 is too long away. Fitina is under pressure. He needs to tack away to the ley line. Buraxel coming in front of Bar 2. Bar 2 tried to penalizing him, but doesn't succeed doing it. Getting ready to round the mark here. That's the first top mark coming in. It is Bebeto in the lead. Good race by him. The Boltork in 3rd. See, Gokem, he's on the inside. He will penalize the other boat. And that's the rule of rounding the zones, the marks in the zone. If you're in the zone and both coming in a mark rounding and not a boat coming from starboard side outside, then it's the boat on the inside have the right of way. That's making a gap for Bebeto and Gokem coming down in 2nd. Filinta there, but see massive penalties behind. 2 penalties. It looks like a clean race. They're going around it, but there are penalties. Aggressive play here. A penalty to Erman for sailing into Yarışı, and he actually literally sailed into him. Stats of the boat, wind shadow 30 meters big, and right now we can see they are sailors and not e-sailors. We have one attack over here, Boltork, but we have seen him as an e-sailor before, attacking Buraxel, and that wind shadow actually gets a speed difference of up to 3 knots when they're going downwind. Right now it looks like here on the right hand side is where the wind breeze are. We can also see 13.9 where Gokem, he only have 12 knots. So 1.4 speed difference, and that means the gap to the leading boat. The second place has been closed by Boltork and Buraxel. And right now that's interesting here. Oh, huge turn by Burak. 3 boats going to the right hand side, 1 going to the left. And right now it doesn't look like it will pay off to go to the right hand side because there's a wind shift and the wind is coming in port side, and we can see straight away they're crossing opposite. Let's see the rounding here of the last boats. They're coming in. Good races here. Denise coming in. Kalkir, Utugunea, Erman, Tosini. Penalties in that roundings. Coming upwards, second time towards the top mark. It's going to be a close upwind race again, but there will be one leading boat. That is Bebeto. I know the server says Buraxel is in the lead, but again, watch from this angle. he needs to sail all the way up there to that top mark. So when he crosses up and tacks up towards the top mark, he will not be in the lead. That will be Bebeto, but it's interesting to see if Gorkim and Boltok has closed the gap to the leading boat, because they closed the gap special to Gorkim. There was in second, and there, huge wind shift coming in. That might be a challenge for Burak over here, but see, now he's just changing the angle of the boat, getting the wind more into the sails. He's sailing us a longer distance, but see the speed difference. Upwind, best VMG, the J17 has 6.0. Right now, Burak is sailing 7.1. He's slowing a little bit down because he's going side by side with Boltok, and Boltok needs to take care because Burak will be on the inside in the rounding, and wind shift again. And when they're coming in on the inside of the rounding, he has to ride away. But in this case, it's all about being in starboard side or port side. And Burak, he's now under pressure because Boltok, he will cross in starboard. Let's see here. There he comes in. And Burak needs to also tack. And he just managed to do a slow tack, just on the right side of the ley line. See how close they're getting to each other. And now they're inside the mark. So Burak, he has the right of way. But it looks like Bebeto is going to win this race. Bar 2 is coming in 4th. Gokim in 5th. Then we have Ersin coming in 6th. Gax in 7th. Another Yelkensi coming in. Fietina coming in, Denise Kiese, then we have Takuni, but see here, they're coming in side by side. It's nothing surprises. A small penalty to Gax there. That will do a gap and divide the fleet into 3 groups. Let's keep an eye. This is the winning boat. Bebeto is going to win. Boltok will be 2nd, and Buraksil might be 3rd. It's all about the wind now, but see, 3 boats getting ready for battle. 4th, 5th, and 6th coming up here, and they're using the wind shadow now. Here you can see Gokem, he is at 8.5, Ersin 11, Bar 10.9. So there's a huge speed difference. Opposite side, it's a lighter wind in the whole course at the moment. 10.8. So Bar 2, Ersin coming in, getting ready for attacking that position. But if they're battling too much, they might lose that 4th and 5th. Bruxelles, he jibes away, going all by himself here, and that might winning the 30. Again, jibing straight away when he's caught in wind shadow by Bar 2, because he knows that will be costly being caught in a wind shadow. So he goes all the way to the ley line, and then he jibes towards the finish line. Bebeto with a victory coming 1st, and Boltok in 2nd. Bar 2, he will get 4th as it looks like at the moment. Bruxelles gets 3rd, but see here, Takunini coming in. He means business. He can actually take over 2 positions, maybe 3. Bar gets 4th, but we have a battle for 5th, 6th, and 7th. And is there boat opposite side? No, there's not. Ersin getting 5th, and Gorkim 6th. 7th to Takunini, Yelkensi getting 7. Let's drop a little bit down here. We have a battle for the honor. Who's not going to lose? It's Erman, it's Lasustu coming in. Who will win that battle? It's going to be a close call. You didn't see he's coming in front of them. And there we might see a penalty. No, he jibes down a little bit too early. Erman taking 17 and winning the honor of not getting last. Race number 1 in one of the groups A, B, and C in the Turkish J-Boat tournament tonight. Bebeto with a victory, Boltok 2nd, Bruxelles 3rd, Bar 2 4th, Ersil 5th, Gorkim 6th, Takunini 7, Yelkensi 8, Fitina in 9th, VDSN, Video Jursen 10, Gax 11, Denise Kit in 12, Utukunea in 13, Selima A in 14, Kakir 15, Disiri, he is underscore Ali in 16, Erman 17, Lasustu 18, and Commerce lost, coming in 19th in last position. So a good race by the first 19 skipper. Best start for Video Dürsten, and still the shortest distance was Bar 2, but none of them won because Bebeto defended his position all the way. So a good start, a clean start in this race, and it's enjoyable to see all you sailors out there really getting ready and fighting for it. We're just going into watch if one of the other Turkish races is coming up, because I know the admins of this race, they are pretty fast, so we'll just keep an overview. See, there we have the other group with Doc Bars. He's getting ready for that, and that's race number 2 in ABC coming up. But let's see here. This is the big sheet coming up. They're going to do 5 races back to back, J70. Discard after race number 4, so there'll be no middle race. So 4 races and then a discard. So one of the races they can throw out in the garbage can in this race. And let's see if Havuk and company they can manage to keep a score with all 100 players. That's going to be amazing. So really looking forward to them upgrading this sheet. If you should have any questions or anything, please write us in the chat. We have the chat up here all day. If you're on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch or Twitter with Esailing TV, then you can see us live there. We are going to Turkey. This is one of the Turkish sailing clubs writing the community leader Havuk, and saying, hey, help us out, it's Corona times, we can't go on water, but we can go on the virtual water. How can we do it? How can we organize it? How can we make this game be fun so we still can race and have some action in our sailing lives? Because we are not allowed to go on water, we have been isolated at home. And here is one big suggestion, one big advice to all of you sailing clubs out there. Find one of the communities, one of the community leaders. Example, Spain. There are more than 800 people in the community now. I just got a mail from New York yesterday. Talked with him this night. So he's now in together with the American community organized by Norman Wind Whisperer. Here in Turkey, it's Havuk or Doc Bars or Kasiyaka. You can also go into the German community. Take to Roxy Joni, take Philip Mann, take contact to them. Then there's an Italian community with Willis the 7-1, the world champ, Luka Koslovic, bronze medal winner world championship, and Fabio Biganoli, who is controlling that and making that grow. A Danish community with Lucas Moore and also Faber doing a great job. Or Felix Superman, contact one of them. And I can continue mention all these communities. Together with the community, you can really grow what you're doing here with the sailing events and what's coming up. And that's how you're doing. And those communities I'm mentioning here, they're using a program called Discord, and Discord are coming in. And Havuk, it's okay, the scoreboard will not be upgraded in real time, but hopefully it will be afterwards so we can see how the standing is. This is race number 2 coming up. Let's go into it. And we are in one of the other groups in ABC. And it's still the J-boat, and they're going to do 5 races in the J-boat. So let's see how that will turn out. Small presentation. This is Dokwas. This is Hassan Sal. We've also seen before Farah, Urkurz, Poseidon, Heroic, Tour 407, Ogulkani, then Tour 6, Idefix, Saksuka, fantastic names, guys. Hakan Karakaplan, then we have Akmelk, we have Teen Linea Rosa, then we have Amira, Karotaman, B Blue since 1925, and Suaman. A lot of these players we have actually seen before. They are community players. So let's see how this group will go up in race number 2. And there's a small mixed win up there. So let's see where it will develop. 2 seconds to the start. There's a very slow start for since 1925. He's caught in wind shadow. He's not crossing the starting line yet, so he will start around 40 meters behind the rest of the fleet. So he will have a hard time. Heroic SDY coming in. Amira, we have a cross here for Okania. He's Okulkani. He's getting a penalty for hitting a boat going into a starboard side. 206 going all by himself to the right hand side. Is that a good decision? Maybe it is, but in the lead right now it's Hakan Karakaplan. I have to. This actually sounds good on the tongue. Hakan Karakaplan coming in the lead at the moment. Okunsi is in the middle. Karotaman, he's in 9th. Then we have Oku Kanina, he is in 8th. It looks like we lost connection to since 1925. He's out of the race, and I know it's hard in Turkey. They're sitting in this huge country with mixed internet connection, and I know a player like Havuk, an organizer like Havuk, Dog Bars, they might sit in the same apartment and doing this together. They're doing most of the coordinating by phone to make sure that people are getting the notification. But they're also using Discord, fantastic program to organize races. Let's keep an eye in the middle, just a little bit from behind. See that those battles, a lot of crossing. Saksuka is under pressure. Be Blue also needs to tack away. Surman going behind. Then we have Mira coming in. Akel coming in also. Right now, when we're going up to Poseidon, coming up here, Team Linear Rosa needs to go a huge way behind 2 boats. That is very costly in that upwind here. Penalty to Hakakakaplan. The leading boat was caught in the middle sea, slowing down now in 12. So Dogbar's coming in, Doggers, and then we have Okuns. Edifix coming in, trying to attack Doggers, but see how routine he's avoiding that. Just doing a slight turn, like opening a door, and Edifix runs out of the door, hit nothing, and sailed away. 2 other boats coming in. Amira, Be Blue coming in. We're getting ready for the first mark rounding. The boats are very close to each other, so they really need to take care. See, from 4th to 10th will all come in at the same time at the first gate mark, and that will be costly. Ukun's coming in first, Edifix 3rd, but he's caught. He needs to find room. No, not finding room. Panics. Rounding. Penalty. Sailing the wrong way. That's a way to lose 10 position in 1 move. So next time, just sail into them and drive. Dogbar's getting second, Corruptor Man getting 3rd, Heroic 4th, 2 pennies, Suka and Amira. And see here, Poseidon going upwind, losing momentum, slowing down. And that is also a costly maneuvering. Rounding the mark, clear race, good race by the Turkish community and the Turkish sailor. Not doing the esport way where if you can penalize, you're penalizing each other. See here, that was a textbook attack. Akmel going around, Saksuka using the wind shadow. We also see with speed here, Be Blue doing it. So there will be good races downwind. We just see here, it looks like all of the fleet staying clear, but Okuns is still under attack by Dockers. Those 2 have a gap to the rest of the fleet, but they will battling it out for getting the win and second. In 3rd, Karotaman coming in. 4th, Heroic. Then Surman in 5th. Interesting rounding. Okuns with a penalty in that rounding. Losing to Dogwas. But Dogwas is also one of the top sailors in the Turkish league, so great job by him. And a split. Oh, Heroic doing 2 big turns here. That means a small gap to Karotaman. And Surman coming in there. Penalty in the opposite rounding. They're coming in at the same time. What's that? That's great job here. They're getting ready. Edifix, Hassan, Amira. But it is Stockbars Ukuts battling for the lead. But Kaodaman is coming close to them, and he's going to the right hand side. Let's just go to the chopper here. We can see the chopper view. We have Dog Boss, he's all by himself, he's way ahead of the others. Okun's trying to keep his tail while avoiding going into wind shadow. Amira coming in, Hassan Sal, Kodaman, he's in third, opposite side. Let's say fly over there. Just go over there and watch it here. See, he's crossing in now, but is he too long away to attack the two other boats? Interesting call. Heroic, let's go close to him and see. That's Heroic. He was in top 3, then he got this penalty, dropped to 9th, and he's very long away from the fleet. When he attacks towards the talkback, he actually gets the wind over the sail. He's in a harder breeze, but he's too long away to make a difference in that. He might win 2, maybe 3 position in that upwind race. See, Kodaman, he also did a wrong tactic. He's not getting close to Dogbars or Okuns, and that means he's going to battle with the other boats coming from behind him. And Hassan Sal, he's here in the black boat in 4th, is getting so close to him that there will be a battle downwind. So Kodaman not with the best upwind race. Getting ready to round the top mark for the 2nd time in the lead. Dogbars coming in, Okuns coming in 2nd. Race number 2 is going into the final phase, the downwind race. Slow turn by Okuns. Okuns there. This means Dogbars can sneak away. He will be more than 30 meters ahead. It's the J17, and see how fast it's speeding up. When it's speeding up downwind, it speeds up within 3 seconds, where upwind it takes 6. And now here I have a gap more than 30 meters big. 206 with a penalty here at the gate mark. Poseidon comes up, fight his way up to 13 after going upwind before. Penalty to Akmakel. He was on the outside. Poseidon was in the inside. They were in the gate rounding zone, and that's wide. Oh, penalty to Team Linear Rosa for hitting the mark. Going downwind, 206, battling with Saksuga. We are keeping an eye on the leading boats. There will be no changes in 1 and 2nd. It's Dogbars and Okuns winning it. Then we have Hassan Sal. He will be under attack by Kodaman. But see, Kodaman, he lost his position. And right now it looks like he's losing even more. They have been sailing in lighter wind. This means, let's try to go up here. This means boats like Amira, Heroic, and the other battles we have here in the upside. That's B Blue, Suaman, Hakka Karak Plan. Oh, B Blue got that penalty. And Hakan Karaka Plan coming down. That means in total that Karodaman, he was in 3rd. But because of that bad upwind leg, and also choosing the wrong side to go to into lighter wind, he drops from 3rd, maybe to 8th, maybe to 9. Amira 3rd, Hassan Sal 4th, and now it's interesting. Kodaman, he gets finned, only losing 2 position. Hakakara coming in, Suaman also. B Blue, Saksuka, Farah, Poseidon, Team Linear Rosa, and see here, getting that penalty at the top mark, and another one in the downwind race. Makes up Akmekel going in last and 17th position. So he was in a good position, but those penalties downwind are very, very costly. Dogbars with a win. Okuns in 2nd. We have Hassan Sal, Amir in 3rd, Hassan Sal 4th, Karotaman in 5th, Hakan Karakaplan 6th, Suaman 7th, Heroic in 8th, Ogulkani Velik in 9, B Blue 10, Idefix 11, Saksuka 12, Farah in 13, Poseidon 14, Team Linear Rossa 15, Tour 6, 16, Agmikel 17, since 1925, lost connection, and Tour 401, losing connection. Watching the stat, the leading boat, Dogbars, had the best start and also best average speed, but it was Saksuka sailing the shortest distance. So let's go in and watch his graph. Why did he not win? Saksuka started in 3rd, then he got a penalty, we can see, drops to 7, getting a penalty, drops to 10th, and then he's battling his way up, but downwind again. He gets another penalty and drops to 12th. Normally we're seeing boats sailing the shortest distance also winning the race, but not in this case. 3 penalties in total to Saksuka. That was race number 2 in Group A, B, C. So let's go in and see if we can find race number 3 that might come up in a few sec. They are very fast. We can see the Spanish with the very top is playing. The Argentinians are practicing tonight. The Spanish, they are doing so much fleet racing at the moment because the community grew to almost 800 persons, because the federation and the community work together instead of seeing each other as a threat. We see other federations they believe community are a threat instead of going together with them and work together, and then the sport doesn't grow. We can also see UEA having some practice. Manjuv, Silsal, Alsvami, they are some of the really good sailors in there. French skippers coming up, but we are watching. Oh, see how many servers there. We are watching for the Turks. This is an international race with players we don't know. This was the group we just saw. No, Denis Demir. Have we seen him today? We'll just keep an eye on that one, because I know Dogbars, he's one of the organizers, but we don't want to see a race more him, because there are 3 groups in total. So let's just keep an eye which group's coming in. American group also coming in. VS. It looks like they are from the same club, or they might be in family. This was the group we just saw, so we will just wait a few seconds to see if we can find another group from the Turks to go in and watch, because it's interesting if we can have all the groups in action on the channel. Finnish League also coming in. So I'm just asking, I know Havuk, the admin, is with us in the chat. Are the other groups coming up for race number 3? And who's organizing? I can see Dogbars is organizing this group. Nope, that's Hakaplan, Idefix. So we'll just keep an eye after 2 other Turkish groups that might come up. Don't worry, we will see some cool action, and if we don't see one of the other groups, we'll jump into the group with Dogbars that's coming up. But it could be fun to watch as many Turks as possible, Turkish sailors, doing the regatta tonight. If you should have any questions, comments, or anything, please write us in the chat. That's what we're doing. And while we're waiting for the next group, this is what we actually also do on Esailing TV, traveling around the world, doing a lot of action. We are in Marseille. We are at the Sail GP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of Sail GP will receive their trophies.
Okay, listen guys, let's stop messing around. Look. World champion Velista 71 from Italy. And what a tremendous performance from Italy. They got gold and they got bronze with...
And we want to see some action, so let's go in the Turkish race we found with Dogbars again here. So we are going to see 2 races with the same group. But that should also be possible, because they're doing 5 races in total. This is race number 3 coming up. And let's keep an eye on Dogbars if he's going to win this race again. And also Kunz, for they have been doing some really nice races tonight. There's 30 seconds to start, and see right now it's all about doing your tactics, strategy, find out where to place yourself. And in a J17 race like this with so many boats, it's all about splitting up at the starting line, not get caught in wind shadow, and don't get a penalty within 12 seconds. Like B Blue just got there, that is very, very costly. Luckily for him, it's an upwind, it's a J17, so it will only cost him 5 meters in total. start coming up. Slow start, 2 penalty. Okuns with a penalty. Second place in the last. Dogbars with a penalty. Idefix with a penalty. That means the leading boats from race number 1 got penalties. Drop down. Hakak Krakaplan also with a penalty. They are losing momentum. Idefix 19 at the moment. Dogbars in 10th. Saksuka is here. But in the lead, it's in the middle. It's Heroic. That's a heroic lead at the moment. And what's it? Oh, he tacks up. Also 2 or 6 doing it. And let's try to analyze why they're tacking up already. That might be a little bit too early because, see, the windsocks are going right towards left. They are coming from port side. This means Coyote Man we're seeing here sailing a longer distance than the others. And there's also a lighter wind. Now there's coming that wind shift. And first when that wind shift is coming in, we might see the favorite side of being in. Let's go to Idefix. Right now he's on the right hand side. He's the boat most to the right side. And he's still getting the wind over the side. But see, the wind is shifting. The opposite side, the yellow boat down here. That's Team Linear Rosa. Rosa going into lighter wind at the moment. But the wind is shifting and going into the sails. So interesting call what's happening here. If there's not going to be a huge wind shift, then Dogbars again, Hassan Sal, Heroic and Idefix will come up to that top mark in a very good position. But right now, according to server, it's Heroic in the lead. Let's try to go closer to him. He's here in the blue boat, getting ready to go upwind. It's going to be very, very close. Second place, Hassan Sal. Third place since 1925. Unlucky he lost the connection in the first race, but looks like to be a very good racer, understanding the game. Currently in 4th. Dogbars coming in, pressuring Hassan Sal. They are in 2nd. And he's coming starboard. No, he's very polite. He's not doing the e-sport and going after him. But now he needs to take care, because if they're both entering the mark rounding zone, this round circle you see up at the top mark, at the same time, then it's the boat on the inside that has the right of way. And that will be costly. Right now it's Heroic coming the inside and actually will be able to penalize the other. But we also see Dogbars, when he come up here, he will go in starboard tack. And when he goes in starboard tack, see, there he goes. And if he sails into one of the other boats, because he haven't entered the zone, see that happened to Heroic, then it's the boat in the zone getting the penalty. So good call by Hassan Sal and Dogbars. Heroic getting a penalty because the other boats didn't enter the round zone before they were in starboard tack, so they had the right of way. Battle between the leading boats going downwind, and see massive penalties here behind. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 penalties in total. So they're all slowing down, splitting the fleet up to 3 groups. A leading group, a middle group, and we have the group behind. And let's keep an eye on the leaders. Hassan and Dogbars going away, and see, and we can see it's Heroic. It's who's Heroic being attacked off? Idefix and Dogbars. They're going downwind. A massive wind shift. Did you see that? The velocity made good angle, or the best angle Q on the penalty. A great move, Idefix. Next time, don't change your course. Just sail into him, because you had the starboard tack, and that means Heroic had got that penalty. This massive wind shift is coming in and changing the angle of the angle for the best Q and angle for getting the best speed downwind with velocity made good. That's because of the wind shift. Dogbars coming first, going to the left hand side. We can see here Hassan Sal, Heroic coming in, Idefix in 2nd. They're getting ready to round the mark, and it looks like they're splitting up. Oh, very bad turn by Heroic. But Hassan Sal coming in there. He found out that he might going to the wrong side, so he made a change of going to the opposite side than the mark he was at, and actually lost a lot of momentum there. Hakan coming in. Then with Saksuka since 1925. Okuns the 2nd place of the first race in 10th. 206 Sureman coming in. let's keep an eye on the upwind races at the moment. Dogbar's way ahead again. It's going to be another victory for him if he's not doing a mistake. But Hassan Sal in second, Idefix third, and we have Heroic in fourth, Amira fifth, Hakan Karakaplan in seven, Saksuga in six. Interesting call. Hassan crossing in. Is he in the lead? But he's going behind the other boats. So a new second, a new third. It means that Hassan is dropping to fourth, and if he's very unlucky, he will not be able to attack the two other boats in front of them, because see who's coming in here. Amira getting closer and closer to Hassan. Hassan tacks up towards the mark in the middle of two boats, throwing some dirty on Hakan. That means Hakan needs to tack to the opposite side. Amira following Hakan to cover him, so he's not going to battle Hakan downwind. That is his nearest opponent. It's all about getting as best points as possible, because after 5 races with 1 discard, there will be found a top 10 or top 20 that will go into the final. Dogbar's coming first. Good race by him. A second good race by him. Really doing a great job. Rounding that mark, coming in there, and we'll just keep the position here, because he will win it. He will go into the lead. No doubt of that. So, who will get in second? Right now, they're coming towards mark. 2 blue boats. It's Idefix and Heroic. Idefix first, Heroic third. Hassan Sal, as I said, dropped to fourth, and he's going to have trouble with the other black boat, Amira, and then Karakaplan. He just managed to sneak in with the white boat, getting ready to attack. Penalty to Hassan. That means Amira can sneak a little bit away, get some distance to him, but is not out of danger, because that penalty only takes 11 seconds, and it's only giving 6 meters advantage. But see there, Dogbar's winning with more than 270 meters. Heroic under pressure by Amira. That's good news for Idefix, because now Idefix is sailing away from the other boats. Saksuga can come in this battle for third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Maybe Saksuga can go in and take one of them and drop one of the other boats to position 7. Let's see, they're getting downwind here. We are in Turkey. We are in a challenge with 100 J boat skippers at the same time. Amira, Heroic, Hassan Sal. See that speed. He's capturing the other in the wind shadow. 5 knots in difference. That's impressive. That's doing a difference. Karakaplan trying to come in. Saksuga capturing Hassan Sal in wind shadow, and he's also getting up in a better position. Heroic again captured, this time by Hakan. He's coming in. Amira coming in third. We'll just go to the finish line. This is a finish line finish we're going into. Amira coming in third, but who will take fourth? Who will take fifth? Hakan coming in fourth to Hassan Sal, but this is close. Saksuga get fifth. Hakan sixth. Heroic 7, 2, 6, 8. Then we comes to the next group. Okunst, the second place winner of the first race, 9. Korota 10, Poseidon 11. And here behind we have Team Linnea Rossa, B Blue, Denise Demir. A penalty to Farah in the battle downwind, losing 12, dropped to 13. Surman getting 14. Denise Demir coming in, and then Team Linnea Rossa, B Blue, and again this time Akmakel coming in 18. But it doesn't matter what we love about this story when we're watching a player like this. It's impressive. He continues doing his race, improving instead of disconnection. So great applause here from studio to Akmakel. Dogbar's with a victory. Idefix in second, Amira in third, Hassan Sal fourth, Saksuga fifth, Hakan Karakaplan 6, Heroic 7, 2, 6, 8, Okuns 9, Karota Aitaman in 10, Poseidon 11, Kulkani Lik in 12, Farah 13, Surmen in 14, Denise Demir in 15, Team Linear, Rossa 16, B Blue 17, Akmelk, I can't remember how to pronounce it, in 18 since 1925, in 19 position again, losing connection. Dogbar's best start, best average speed, nothing changes there. Heroic sailed the shortest distance, but again, here we see a story about a boat sailing the shortest distance, getting a penalty downwind, drops to 7. So that was race number 3 in Group A, B, C, and D. And we can see here, wow, they are so cool in Turkey. They are upgrading the scoreboard. And we can see Haka Karakaplan won the first race. We know he didn't win second, and he didn't win third. So everything changes. But Dogbar second in the first race and 2 victories. So he's only in 4 points. So he will be sure in being in the lead. We'll try to find one of the other servers to come in. It's going to be race number 4 we are going to wait for. And that's very, very cool by the Turkish League here. Let's see here if we can find them. The American, there we have, that's the race we just saw. We won't see that. So we are going to wait a little bit just to see if we can see another Turkish server coming in. Because we don't want to see the same group racing it. I know they want to see themselves, but we don't want to see it. So how to organize all this? They're using a program called Discord, and this is how it works. And we are getting ready for race number 4. We found one of the other groups that's coming up, and this group we haven't seen before. A lot of new names coming up. So let's hope that's one of the groups actually. We just see Hellas. We're just going to see if we can find him here in this fantastic big sheet that's coming in here. There we go. We're sneaking a little bit down here. There. I hope they have the same name here as in the game. That makes everything a little bit simpler. 3 groups. Maybe it's not one of the groups we have found. Bakamon, Turkey. It looks like more a training group we found. So instead of let's find a group with Sine in. So we just drop out of this one and look after a group with Sine. It's race number 4. We're going to see out of 5. And then after we'll have the next fleet starts in half. That's the last groups coming in here. We're just keeping an eye on them. We are watching for the Turks. They are here to battle. They are getting ready to attack each other. There's a lot of servers, but there's only one Turkish server. So let's keep an eye on it's growing. Kankay, Heynats, Bakamot, Turkey, Kurnek. That doesn't look like sailors in the regatta that we are playing at the moment. But let's just keep a sheet here. Let's see if we can find one of them. No, it doesn't look like they are part of this race. We need to keep an eye out of Sine, and we know they've just been ending one race, so a race of them might come up. It is the Turks. They are doing see here we have one. That was actually the one I would like to see, because this one we haven't seen before. So let's get in and ready to rumble. Race number 4 coming in. The Turkish e-sailing community, together with the local sailing club, or one of the local sailing clubs, are having a regatta with 100 players registered tonight. 5 groups coming in. Amazing job. They're organizing everything, and as we just showed in the video, they're using Discord for it. And right now we are just I'm just finding out where they're communicating with all of them, because I have access to their Discord group. But it looks like, as we sometimes see in these regattas, we sometimes see that they're doing the communication by telephone, because a lot of the Turks are sitting around Turkey with a mixed connection. But this looks like one of the groups we haven't seen it. It's Yusuf T, Kinda Happy Hour, Unumandin Danlinsi, also a player from the community we know a lot too. Doki, Demir, and let's while we're waiting for them, let's kick in here. Oku, he has 15 points after race number 1. So race number 1 was not good for him. In race number 1, it was Cora 777 doing the best, and then we have Akan Kagun in second. In third, we have Edis T, and in fourth, we had Unuman Dalinsin. So this is the group we haven't seen in action tonight. We're getting ready for it. We're waiting for the race officers to start the race when all the players are in there. And when it starts, race number 4, we will have a small presentation of the boat. It looks like we have one registered sailor. It's Ali Biran Adam Sil, who is registered sailor. But I know all of them are sailors in real life. Some of them in mixed levels, but some of them also in top level in Turkey. So let's see how that will do. We also saw in the first regatta has been playing today, we saw them coming in doing some really cool stuff. but they were very fair play to each other. They didn't penalize each other as we normally see. Sometimes we're seeing them penalize when you are in the esport clubs. We see them penalize each other when they have the chance. But here, it's more sailor-like. It's more fair play. They're trying to avoid each other's. They don't want to scratch the paint. But guys, it's a virtual game, so it doesn't cost anything in the long term. 50 seconds to start. Let's have a small presentation. We have Unumandan Dalinsi. He's one of the community racers. Then we have Tensera Kapagi, Alpa, Sine, the younger brother, Edis T, Echo, Doki, Yusuf T, Demir, Kora, Happy Hour, Unku, Gonda, The Rock, Erkan Kargun, Ali Biram, Adam Seal, then 1907, Akara coming up. 12 seconds to start. Race number 4 in the first groups. Who is going to win this one? 5 seconds. It looks like a clean start again. We can see 2 penalties, 4 penalties. Not that clean, and some false starts. Echo, Demir, and here 1907, Dokur, one of the leading boats, Unumanan Danlinsi, also coming there, and Happy Hour. But Sine sneaks away. He's here in the blue boat. This is Tensea Kapagi, Erkan Karagun in the middle in second. And then we have one boat up here, the yellow boat. Interesting. Sneaks away right now. It looks like Alpa is losing position. But what's the windsocks up there? When he tacks towards the top mark, to cross the line, to the opposite side. I might do it now because he's sailing into lighter when he's also doing it. Then he has the wind over the sail and he is in a harder breeze. Sine coming in. Small battle down here. Ali is battling it out with Yusuf T, and Yusuf T got that penalty by Ali. Another penalty, it's given to Edis T by Gonda, and Gonda is coming in also pressing Yusuf. Second penalty to Yusuf, and this is the rule of the starboard. So starboard tack, so he couldn't do it. Either he had to tack with a line with the other boat or go behind it. Kora coming in second, Sine in fourth, Erkan in the lead, Ali in fifth, Unku, then we have the Rock, opposite side here, as I said, Alper, he's now in third, but interesting, the ley line is moving, no, it's moving back now, but it's in his favor at the moment. He's coming in 6.0, will he come in front of Tensa? Let's see, Tensa are in the lead, Alper in third. Maybe that will be a second, but let's keep an eye on Ali. Ali Benan, Adam Seal is coming in. Alpa doing an extra tack towards the mark. That might be a good decision because then he will come from starboard tack and do a penalty. Too early tacking towards the to the top line. So he needs to do 2 extra tack. That slows him down. Double up again. Tenisa in fourth, Sine in second. But see who's in the lead here. Coming first around the first top mark, it's Erkan Karagun. He's in the lead, going to win this rounding, coming around there. Sine in third. He is in starboard tack. This means Kora is under pressure. Kora into the zone. Managed to come in there. Keeps second, Sine third. Unku in fourth. Ali in fifth. Penalty behind. It is with a penalty in the battle behind. Doki in 7. Tensea coming in. Gonda, Alpa, Durok, Onuman Derlinsi. He is coming in 10. He was in the last position and he sneaks up, but he's also a top sailor. So let's see how that will go. They're going downwind. In the lead, it's Erkan, and it looks like he sneaks away. Kora in second, Sine in third, Unku in fourth. Then we have opposite Gondar, Tensea, Ali, Doki, That's the group also battling a little bit out. Alper in 10th, fighting a little bit against Unumandalensi. He's now in 9th, and we need to keep an eye. Let's see if he ends up in 7th. He's doing a great job, but it's a downwind race. It's a long downwind race. So they're going to the gate mark, and it's everything about not being in a lighter wind, like Duki over here. Duki will drop down. He's in 8th. When he jives towards the gate mark, he's in lighter wind, much slower than the other. 11.3, 9.3, so 2 knots slower for B in lighter wind. And he will drop down. 9th now, 10, maybe 11th in a few seconds. Rounding the mark, Koa in 2nd, Unku in 3rd. No, Sine missing the mark. Handing out pit, no, going around the mark, wrong again. Sine. He's a routine player, missing the mark, dropping to 8. In that panic, he penalized 3 boats, making a huge gap to the leading boat. So Ganda, he can go away in 4th. Erkan in 1st, Kora in 2nd, Unku in 3rd. That was the day's move by technical move by Sine. Comes in 4th, missed the mark, spinning around the mark, the wrong side, needs to turn around again, and that's going to cost him. But unlucky for the other boats that was coming in front of him, he managed to penalize them. Erkan 1st, Kora 2nd, Gunda 4th, Sine 6th, Ali, he's here in 5th. Opposite side, Tensera Kapaki in 9th. It's Oko 3rd and Unuman Dalinsi. As I said, let's see if he sneaks up to 7. But I think when I watch the stats, he might have a chance to attack Sine and win 6. And that's meaning if that succeeds, he's winning 8 positions in his racing after a terrible start. Unuman Dalinsi in 7. We have Oku in 3rd, Kora in 2nd, Erkan coming up 1st. He cannot be touched. Unumalansi going in front of Tisea, and then we have Gunda coming in 4th. Good rounding by the leading boat, and he might not doing any mistakes, but don't cast the commentator's curse on him, because if he's hitting that mark, everything is lost again. Kora in 2nd, Unku in 3rd, just going in front of Gunda. Gunda is in 4th, and Ali is going to battling out with Unumant Dalinsi, and he's now in 5th. Amazing job by this white skipper here. It's saying 6, it's saying 7, but he is going to battling it for 5th. Coming from almost last position after terrible start, and then battling his way up to 5th. So hats off, he might sail the shortest distance. Yeah, penalty! Ali, he saw it, and he said, hey, I know the e-sport here, so I will penalize you now. And that means that Unuman Dalinsi, who had this fantastic upwind race, is dropping down in positions. There's no battle between 2nd, 3rd, and 1st, so congratulations to Erkan, 2nd Kora, 3rd Unsu. Then we have Gunda in 4th at the moment, where we have Olamansi. He's battling with Sine, but Sine is battling it out with Alper, and that means they are losing momentum to the white boat here in the middle, Mandalinsi. Ali in 5th, winning that 5th, but see here we have a battle. Unku, he might lose 3rd. Let's see, let's keep an eye. Unku following Gunda coming with speed, Gunda doing an attack. No, Unku is winning it, Gunda 4th. And 5th will go to Ali, 6th to Tunisia. Udumanansi in 7, Sine 9th, Alper in 10th. So good downwind race. Yusuf coming in 10th, in 11th at the moment. Durak coming in, happy hour. Then we have 1907, Kaya Doki, and EDST. So a lot of things coming. Demir 2022 or 222, not all the 2020s. He's coming in 13, and Kara still racing. And it looks like Kara lost missed the mark, and that's what could happen. A victory to Erkan, second to Kora, third to Unku, fourth to Gonda, fifth to Ali, sixth to Tensera, seventh to Unumananda Lindsay, 8 to Alper, Sine 9, Yusuf T 10, Durak 11, Happy Hour 12, Demir 13, Edix T and 14, Doki 15. And then we have 3 boats still racing, and I'm pretty sure. Oh, Echo coming in 16, and I know Kara is going to be 18. Erkan, good start, also best average speed, but did he win the race? Let's keep an eye on that. He also won the race, of course he did that. Sine, maximum wind speed, Kora sailing the shortest distance, and that's why Kora is getting in second. Again, good races here, good races, but we have a small gap, small split in the fleet. We have some players that are very good of it, and we have some players that are learning the game, but we can see of them the way they are sailing and how they're doing that they are actually sailors. Ooh, here we have the Italian races coming up with Pepe D'Amato and company. And as I promised them, we're going to do the Italian stream later tonight. But it looks like they already started their races. So maybe we're not going to go to Puglia tonight. No, that is Gin Tonic, his brother. So we're not going to Puglia tonight. They are doing their race. But we are in Turkey. That's the Danes. That's the Italians. That's the Spanish. And Alex from Denmark, he is also Spanish blood. That's the Argentinian. So congratulations to all of you communities around the world doing such a great job. And what we are in here is what we call custom mode. Custom mode, you can create all your races. You can lock them. And here's a great idea. Buy a VIP membership if you're an organizer. $10 a month. Then you can organize all the races you want in the world. Here are races there's organizers there's open. Al-Swamin is doing that. He always won that. Winward is doing it. Love Paco is doing it. And Chuck Neville is doing it just to invite in other people to play against them and have some fun. But we're going into race number 5 in the Turkish race. And we're just going to wait for the result of that. While we're waiting for race number 5 to come up, if you're watching this and you love what we're doing, please sign up, please follow, please subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything, that either than a like or a press on subscription. Then you support eSailing TV. Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you eSailing fans around the world. Welcome to eSailing TV. We are in Marseille. We are at the Sail GP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of Sail GP will receive their trophy. So that's a hot one. Penalty to Lilo, 14. Most of the boats are in the committee boat, sailing into each other. Massive penalties in this start.
Good start. This is superb. And look at the speed of the Spaniards.
From the start, and remember they're trying to hit that 0. That
And welcome back in studio. And yes, 472 or 2. Havuk is on fire. organizing this fantastic regatta with 100 skippers from the Turkish community. That's amazing. It's J-Boat, and let's just go in and see the format a little bit. I'll just have the format here on the page in a few seconds. Then I can do also a small introduction of Cell ranks when it's coming up. First, we just need to take a sneak peek. There's not starting a Turkish race while we're there. No, it doesn't look like that. So we have all the time for going into Cell ranks. There we go. And if you see here, this is Cell ranks. This is a fantastic tool where you can create your regattas, sign up, and you can see tomorrow there's a Bella Ciao Cup from Italy. We have F50 Cup in tomorrow early. That's an open race organized by Lucas Moore. And then we can see this Turkish Cup we have here with 100 skippers at the moment. Until now, it's only the first 3 groups results putting in. But one interesting thing is, example, let's go to a player like Havuk. When we go to Havuk, then in this program, we can press his name. And then we can see all the races, all the results he has been doing. See how many races he has been doing in Cell ranks. Since the 25th of November, he has been active on Cell ranks. And he is active in 4 ranking lists at the moment. The Esailing Club Turkey season, we can see it's here, and see how many players participating in 99. And they are actually having 3 races back in it to find a winner. That is amazing. And this way you can use the tool to find out about the players. Also, he's from Istanbul Sailing Club. He has been in the World Championship 2018 and 19, and one thing is neat to also write in there, he's been in the both ECLDP qualifier finals, and he qualified as number 1. Sadly, he didn't win, and that's sometimes also how it is to be a top player. We are just keeping while we are here, see if there's has been open some Turkish races while we have been in talking a little bit about everything. It doesn't look like it. We are waiting for it to see where we can get it, and I'll just go to the Turkish Discord here to see when the next race start. But they are not writing it. They are not writing it in a chat in here, so I cannot follow it in the same level as normal coming up. Let's see. No, it doesn't look like they're writing it in the chat. So we'll just keep an eye on it and take it from there. This is the race we just saw. This is the group we just saw. Let's take that as race number 5. Happy hour and all of them. This is the last race coming up in Group A, B, C, and D. 5 races back to back. There will be a discard. So after this race, we will see how that will go. Sorry to the one group we only saw 1 time. We have been seeing 2 of the group 2 times, but that's how it is when we're doing community streams. Then we are following different groups and different regattas. And today it's the first time the Turks are organizing a 100 skippers race. So we just have to say to the community, congratulations, great job, job's done, and let's get ready to this next race that is coming up. And Uno Mandandensi is one of the good players, and let's see if he actually has a chance to go in and do a difference. Maybe he has. He was the one almost sailing the shortest distance in the last race. He came from last, and then he came in 7th in the race we just saw. So he is one of the top players. But a top player can also get penalized, can also have a bad start, and lose a lot of things. So, next race coming up, this is the Turkish Cup with 100 J boats. If you have any questions or comments, please write us in the chat. This is Group A, B, C. It's race number 5, the last race in those groups. And then after, we will go to Group D and E in this 100 skipper race. 18 skippers from the start. Let's have a small presentation. Unumansi, Gonda, Tinsea. Then we have 1907, Doki, Sine, Kora, Alpa, Happy Hour, It Is T, Durak, Alibera. Then we have Demir, Unku, Erkan, winning the last race, Yusuf T, and Kyra. 35 seconds to start. It looks like the wind intelligence up there is not doing any help at them anymore. So they might... it's all about placing yourself and then get ready for a wind shift. So where to go? No estimate telling the wind intelligence, but 10 seconds coming up. There we go, 10 seconds. And the boats are placing themselves. The Rook with a penalty, that's the worst time you can get it, because you will start the race with a slowdown. And it looks like he will have 6 seconds slowdown for the start. One boat at the pin end, it's Happy Hour, all by himself, and that's actually a good position to be in. A false start to Unku, the Rook also there, going to the opposite side. Also slow start, penalty to Kara, but Happy Hour all by himself, and maybe he will have a happy hour because no boats is close to him. He's not caught in the wind shadow. He might have a chance to take the lead of the race. But as I told, keep an eye on this white boat here. Onuaman Dalinsi, he is in the lead at the moment, beating it up, but he's under pressure because Erkan is just beside him, the Turkish boat here beside here. That's one of the top skippers also, and he cannot tag up towards the mark before the other boat has moved. Here you can see how close they are. Sine coming up. He's going behind all the boats one by one, and he's losing momentum. There, an extra tag just to go behind. And right now, Erkan going behind, tacking up. This is good news for Unumanande Lindsay, because then he can tag up, but he's still under pressure by Alper. Alper are in control of him. And now it's time to tag up for Unumanda Lindsay, but he still needs to keep this eye on this Tinsera, and he goes behind him and keeps his position. But it's a close race. They're coming close up. See here, a switch in position. There's only 14 meters in between number 1 and number 7. And that means a huge battle at the top line. Let's go over here. The mirror going a little bit outside of the lane line. Going to do one tack and then go with a better angle in towards the top mark. That's meaning coming with a little bit more speed than a best wind speed. And that's quite into Kara. We have Erkan, Sine, but it is Sine, the younger brother. He also have Sine. They are normally sitting together and playing this game. And right now, Sine is all by himself, but he's also showing his skills. And a small funny story, we sometimes accuse him and his bigger brother to hit each other when they're playing, because they always go after to penalize each other when they can. So coming to the top mark, it's going to be very close. Sine in a starboard, Erkan also, but Siganda just managed to come in, and Alpa also managed to come in, but now it's crowded. Tensia, penalty for hitting the mark, not for hitting another boat. Unumanandinsi in 6, Kaya coming in. Happy Hour had the best start, is not happy at the moment. Went upwind, also got a penalty and slow down. And this mark rounding is here, splitting the fleet into 3 groups. The group behind, the group in the middle, and the 4 boats in the lead. Kara trying to sneak up to the 4 boats in the lead, but are more than 30 meters behind. Going downwind, small battles. They're going to the gate mark. So very small battles there coming up. They can change a little bit in this race at the moment, but when they are done racing to that gate mark and getting ready to race upwind again, then they need to prepare for the final downwind race where they can lose and win the whole race. Alpa in second, Gonda in fourth, Udulumansi in fifth, coming up to the leading group and throwing dirty air, and see there's a huge speed difference, 1 knot in speed. Sine coming first, going to the far end here in the gate. Erkan following in, a split Alpa and Gonda going opposite. Udumanansi following the 2 leading boats. And that's an interesting call because see, Gonda and Alpa losing a little bit momentum, but Udumanansi is still in 5th. 2 meters in between number 1 and 2. But they can be under pressure by the other boats coming from sports side. It's race number 5 of Group A, B and C. And this race is deciding who will go further into the tournament. And as I remember, there will be a medal race in the last end for top 20 of all groups. So 4 persons from each group will qualify to a medal race. But we'll try to write the organizer on it later, because we haven't seen the whole race format in the group, and it is also written in Turkish, and that's pretty hard for us here in E-Sailing TV to write a fantastic Turkish name. Read Turkish. So Sine in the lead, Alpa in second, Grinder in third, Udomansi in fourth. They are getting ready to come up here. And we're just trying to translate the format. It looks like it's just the leading boats going into a final. Maybe Ginger Soul alias Havuk can write that to us in the chat. But it's race number 5. It's the last race for these 3 groups, and then they will go on a break, because then 2 other groups coming up getting ready to race. Sine in the lead, Alpa in second, we have Erkan in third, Ununumansi in fourth, Gunter coming in 5th, and interesting to see how they will take the downwind race. It is a win. It's a race for giants, but Sine coming up, and he's not a giant. He is the youngest of 2 brothers. Then we have Erkan in second, Alpa in third, Udumanansi in fourth. That's a giant. Again, doing a very, very great race, but unlucky getting a penalty also. Grinder in 5th, Happy Hour 6, Kora 7, Tinisea coming in here. Dura coming up, might get a penalty. Just sneaks in front of Demir. It is T, and then Unsu, Yusuf T. The race downwind has started. We will follow the top 5 here. Maybe watch it from 6. Kora coming in. Small battles. Erkan under attack by Alpar. Gonda under attack by Happy Hour, but Happy Hour placing himself on the inside, and now caught in wind shadow by Kora. Keep an eye on the yellow and the blue and the Turkish boat over there. Alpert going on the inside. That's an interesting choice. Let's see. He will not be caught in wind shadow. He's waiting to get in a position where Erkan is driving towards the gate finish line. And he hope he will do it now, because then you have a chance to penalize him. Sine will win it, but will we see a penalty here to Erkan? That's the interesting here, because then he will lose second and drop to third. Coming in. And that, no, too polite. Alpert didn't attack, so Alpert will take third. Erkan will get second. Maybe there's a rule of fairness in this club. In eSport, we have killed that boat. Grinder in 4th, Kora in 5th. Also a battle here. Kora getting a penalty by Happy Hour. So Happy Hour gets 5th. Kora drops to 6th, and if unlucky, drops to 7. No, getting 6th. Opposite side, we have the yellow boat getting 7. Oh, please don't do that. It is battling for 9th, and here in 10th we have the Mir coming in a little bit outside the ley line. Needs to change the angle of the boat, but then it will just speed up. Coming in 10th, and as we said, as we said, we have a small gap in the fleet. Let's see it from top here. The last boats. Unku in 12, Doki in 13, Yusuf 11, Kayak 15, and then we have 1907 in 14. They are approaching that finish line. They are approaching to come in. And there we see Oko coming in, Doki coming in, but we have a small battle. Let's go a little bit closer to these two boats. They're battling for the last position now. Kaya is not going to take it. 1907 won that battle. A victory for Sine, a second to Erkan, third to Alper, fourth to Gunda, and then we have Happy Hour in 6, Cora 7, Cora in 6, 10-0 and 7, Durok in 8, it is 9, Demir 10, Yusuf 11, Oku in 12, Doki 13, 19, 7, 14, Kaya 15, Unudeman, Lindsay lost connection. Let's hope this is his discard race. And Ali Buron losing connection also, the registered sailor. Stats Alper with the best start, Erkan best average speed, Sine sailed the shortest distance, and in this case that was why he was winning. Interest Racing here in race number 5, and we will see how it goes, and I will still try to see if I can get communications about the group coming up, because 2 new groups are coming up according to what has been written to me in a personal letter from the organizer. Then group D and E should be started already from half an hour ago, but it looks like in the race letter that it will start in a few seconds. So we'll just keep an eye if there is a Turkish race coming up, or there are a Turkish race racing at the moment. We just go down to see it here, because maybe those groups has already started, but it doesn't look like that at the moment. So we'll just go to a small break where we'll come up to the next race. We're getting to the 2 next groups that is coming up, and while we're doing that, I know we are in Turkey, but yeah, let me find it. We have a video of one of the organizers, so please stay tuned. Then we will set the video of our dear organizer into this stream. So 2 sec. We'll just go in studio and make something while we're waiting for the groups. Havuk, the organizer, let's talk a little bit about him. Kan Masluka, he's 30 years old. He's doing a hell of a job for the e-sailing community in Turkey. He's been at both World Championship. He has been in both e-SailGP qualifiers, but he's not winning any of them. And the most impressive part of everything is, in all of them, he qualified as number 1. I have to say, as number 1. And he's so damn good when he can focus and concentrate on himself and really go into it. But he's also a little bit unlucky losing at the races that's coming in. But here is a fantastic video about who he is and what he is doing.
Hello, I'm from Turkey, Kaan Mahfunca, ready to meet the next challenge.
So Havuk has been in the ESail qualifier. He's been in both of them. Sadly, he didn't win it. I really crossed my finger that he might win the next one. I know he is my top favorite person to qualify. And let's see if he also does that in that upcoming up there. We just trying to write the admins when the next group starts. Let's see if we can go into the chat here. We're just going in here. Yeah. We just write them. There we go. We're just writing them so we can get some info about the two next group out of the 100 racers. There, it's group number D and E we're waiting for, and they are also going to do 5 races, 5 race regatta back to back with a discard in race number 4. So let's see if we can get some news from them. And it looks like Onumanda Lindsay, we just saw doing the races, has been upgraded as a race officer. So he's helping out the community, growing the things at the moment. But no Turkish race in sight at the moment. But there's also a lot of communication going on. And we'll try to see if they're racing up here. It doesn't look like it. No, Puglia, Italy, Spain. And they're saying it's starting in a half an hour first. So while we're waiting for that to start, we will just have a long break. That's the first time for a long time I'm having a long break. So please stay tuned to a half an hour, because then I can manage to do some other things. We just set a timer on. So next race starts 21:30. So we will be back 21:28. Please stay tuned, stay alive. We are back in race in a few seconds. And while we have been online, we suddenly found some Turks racing, and these are the two last group with Havuk and everything. So we've just found it. This is race number 1 in those groups. So let's see here. They're coming towards the top mark for the first time. We'll just have a small presentation of them, but in the lead is the organizer himself, Havuk. We saw this video with. And guys, he is killing it. He is killing it. Very, very good race coming up there. So that is great. So that is fantastic. Anjan here in 5th. Also, and there we have the bigger brothers, Emsene, Tusene, then we have Inishak, Shilak, Baikal, Yakis, we have UGD, and then we have Tour 2019 and 12. But it's Havuk in the lead, rounding that mark first. Coming in here, he will kill it, and it's race number 1, as we remember. Getting ready to round it. Good rounding by Havuk. He's way ahead. Then we have Yankins coming around. He's in second. Msene in third. UTD, he's in fourth. Kanubuta, also one of the top community sailors, in 6 under pressure. Good rounding here coming in. Then we have Anjan in 9th. So, Utemut Khan, Tulgago, Arno TR, Dune, and Palace de Rook. Oh, a lot of new names I need to learn to tell. Thank you to the Turkish community. Yesterday I learned Portuguese a little bit. Today I'm learning Turkish. So let's see how we can come in here. UTG coming up. Insilaka coming in here, but it's a victory to Havuk. Great job by him. Yankis in second. Msene will get third. So let's see the battle for 5th. Right now, Karnabuta in 4th. Can he keep that a penalty to the blackboard? To the blackboard. UTG, and then we have opposite side Tour 2019-12. He is in 5th, but who sneaks in and takes 4th? Karnabuta, we saw he was in 6th when we were up in the top. But it's race number 1, 5 races back to back, 1 discard. Karnabuta, Anjan, see Tour 2019 losing it, UTKD, Baikal, but Ines is coming in 6th. UTG, then we have Arno TR, Arno Turkey, and M-Skim getting in last. A large job of doing there, losing a lot of meters, but coming in last in position 18. A victory to Havuk in race number 1. Yakis in 2nd, Msene 3rd, Karnabuta 4th, Anjan 5th, Inishalak in 6th, UTD 7, Baikal 8, Tour 2019 12th and 9th, Arno in 10, Palax in 11, JR Karmit in 12, Tulgako in 13, June in 14, Utmutkar in 15, and Eskin in 16. Anjan best start, Havuk best average speed, Karnabuta sailed the shortest distance. No surprises there. The only one is that Karnabuta didn't win. And we didn't see what happened in the start, but we can see Anjan, it looks like he got a penalty in the battle against Havuk at the top mark, drops down, and then penalties just starting coming in, and then he getting 5th. Karnabuta, he had a very bad start. Where did he start? He started in 6th, and he actually battling his way up to 4th. So we found the groups. That was race number 1. Havuk as a winner in one of the group. So Havuk is on fire. And now I'm really glad I'm getting some notifications here about the races. It looks like the next Turkish race is going to be created in a few seconds. And I know when it's a player like Havuk and like this server we're seeing here, then it's going fast. And this is the opposite group. This is their race number 2 we're going into. And let's have a small presentation of the sailors when the race starts. Fantastic to see 100 sailors from Turkey meeting up in this huge J70 regatta. We saw the Portuguese doing a very big campaign with 160 skippers in the J boat. It took a whole day, and then they pushed the final and the middle race to the day after. But let's get ready. The organizer of this pool group here is this sailor, Kasiyaka UEA. But Kasiyaka is sitting in Istanbul. Enkig, then we have TEB, he's a registered sailor. Besengul, Derin Deniz, Ayas sailor. We have here Windward, Eye, then we have Utmut Kartel, Fayez Unel. Then we have CN, cheese sailing, maybe making fun with the Pasle de Cube. We are calling cheese from the French League. 2013 Berkefe Tour 82 Simgusen FS Dilihike Hisibe Ram, and Har SCS is in a spectator mode. 10 seconds to start. The wind is coming straight at them, so which side to go to? It looks like they're spreading out, but one boat is left behind, a yellow boat and another yellow boat. This Unal is way behind and Sailor way behind. They will have a hard time to come back. Good start for Tour 82, he's in the lead. Penalty to Kasiyaka. He normally not a penalty he's getting. He crossed into other boats, going in a port side, and then sailed in front of all the other boats in a starboard tack. Again, fleet splitting up. Windward here, battling it out with FS, but it's Tour 82 in the lead, and Tour 82, he's a very routine player. First time I met him was when the Turkish club started up, but then I got some stories from some of the routine players like Alessandro Malino from Italy and Villas the 7 won the world champ, telling that they had a lot of battles against 282 during the last couple of years, actually almost for 4 years. Utmut Kartel, Semgusen, Besegul, then we have Derin Deniz, Enking here coming in starboard. Good tacking by Derin Deniz, so Enking needs to do a double tack. Opposite side, FS is under pressure. Windward coming in, then we have Ayas coming in, Kasiyaka in second. And Kasiyaka is back after getting a penalty. Maybe there was a calculated penalty, but will he be in second? Because see in front, Tour 82 and Cheese Sailing will come in front of them. Cheese Sailing tacking up already. Tour also, this means TEB is ready to coming in a starboard tack. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Cheese Sailing needs to do an extra tack. And that was a good move and a good news for Tour 82 and maybe also for Kasiyaka. Let's see, they're still clustering up a new boat. Utmut coming in, pressing Tour 82. Utmut now in the lead. So coming in, but next boat getting ready is Derin Deniz. We saw him in the right-hand side. Now he's going behind. So very, very close mark rounding we are going to see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 boats within the first 25 meters. That will change everything. So let's see, they're getting ready here, and we have a fans of Effe in the chat. So Bakefe, he's in 5th at the moment. Utmut coming in, penalty to 282. Losing that battle, going slow down, going upwind, doing extra tacks. Then we have Derin Deniz in second. Then we have Simgosen coming in. Bakefe and King, 282, dropping 5 position. But massive penalties, 7 penalties, only one surviving. That was Eye that survived in second. TEB, there's a registered sailor, was caught in that massive penalty. And we see here he's on the inside. He can actually press the other boat, so he's getting a penalty. Benzegul there, getting a penalty for sailing in the mark, almost losing the mark. But when we are watching this race downwind, then we see the leading boat 52 meters ahead of second place, so he cannot be caught in wind shadow. But see a war we have. War for positions. Wind shadow is being used. They're getting ready to tag in front of each other. There we have Bakefe, we have Tour 82 back and forth, Simkusen, King, then, but it's two boats in the lead. It's Utmu Kartel, it's the Rindenise, and they're splitting up. That's interesting. Let's see the meters. The Rindenise losing 30 meters on our split up. So that was not the case here. We're seeing the two yellow boats, E and King, doing the same. They will drop down. So Tour 82 will win positions on this mark rounding, this gate rounding. It's so damn important you round the gate the right time and right place, or else you can lose, as we just saw, 28 meters in that race. If is in 15, we see he's coming in here. He's over here, he's getting a penalty and just coming out of in 14 at the moment, crossing to the opposite side. We have one boat still racing way behind in position 18. Looks like he missed the mark in the top. Windward in 12, Tierdem in 11. FS coming in 14. But still the leading boat, Utmut Kartel. He is here in the lead, and it's a secured lead. The Rindenise in second, Simkusen in fourth. Tour 82 drops to 7. Good races by rest of the fleet. Coming up here in 6. But nobody can touch the leading boat. Bakefe in third. He's going to battle with this black boat for second and third. No tacking in front of it. So they are side by side. Normally we see players, and also I will do it myself personally, tack in front of the boat behind me to control them with wind shadow, as we are seeing Simkusen doing here. See that wind shadow, 30 meters peak, thrown at the 282. King coming in starboard tack. Getting ready to round the top mark for the second time. And then we're going to race downwind for the finish line in race number 2. It is the Turkish community doing this race together with the local, with one of the local sailing clubs. So 100 players came to start today. 5 groups with 20 in each. Only 2 players has been having issues joining the races, so that's impressive. Utmu Kartel in the lead, the Rindenise in second, Bakefe in third, Simkusen in fourth. They have King in fifth, in 6. It's going to be close to 82. Ajax, Kasiyaka in 9. Long time we have been speaking about him. Normally we see him in the top, but he has been having a hard time in this race. Penalty to the like hit me mid, and then we have Windward. FS coming in. Penalty for FS for hitting Windward. And the reason why he got that, because Windward was in a starboard tack, and he was that before entering the rounding zone. If he entered the rounding zone at the same time, then FS has given out the penalty the opposite, because it's the inside of the mark rounding that has the right of way. Let's enjoy this view of the fleets sailing down towards the finish line. It's going to be a win for Utmu Kartel, the green boat up here. It's going to be a second for the Rindenise. It's also going to be a third for Bakefe, but will it be a fourth for Simkusen, and who will get fifth? Let's jump to Windward. He's winning meters at the moment. Going into a harder breeze, going downwind, he's in 6. EF 5, Tierdem 7, and King 8. The Rindenise, he's in second, and is that a battle? No, that's not a battle up there. Simkusen in third, Bakefe in fourth. No, it looks like Simkusen is in trouble. Let's see who will get third. Simkusen takes it, Bakefe gets fourth. Let's drop down in the fleet again. This is T sailing. Now we have a view. Coming in, small battles opposite side. Windward, they like hit me. Penalty to Windward for sailing in front of one of the other boats. King coming in, and see they're coming in at the same time on that finish line. So we need a photo of the finish line there. CMK, Fenational, Cheese Sailing, and then we have 3 boats still racing behind here. Bisengul, he had one issue. He haven't round that gate mark, so he's so much behind that he cannot. He thinks he has to race for the finish line, but he needs that gate mark, and that we just saw. So Sailor getting 18 and Bisengul getting 19 in race number 2. A victory for Utmu Kartel, Darin Denise in second, Simgosen in third, Bakif in fourth, E in fifth, Kasiaka 6th, Tierdem 7, de like Hikmet in 8, Windward 9, FS 10, Ayats in 11, 282 12, N-King 13. Either it's Smuk Colors or it's SNK Unk in 14, Cheese Sailing 15, Fires Unal in 16, 2013 17, Sailor CF 18, and the last boat Lost Connection. And then we can see Besegul still racing, so he might get in 19. Stats 282 with the best start, but Utmu Kartel sailed the shortest distance and had the best average speed, and that was why he was winning. Good race number 2. Let's find race number 3, and this time we'll go to the group with Havuk and that group over there. And I know right now it's going fast for the organizers, so fast we will sneak. Oh, we will sneak in. Let's just keep an eye. It's Spanish, Italian, and that's Secret Sailing having fun there. But we will find a Turkish sailor, Spanish. Portuguese, they didn't get tired after racing yesterday. Spanish, Argentinian, Switzerland, Spanish. So we're just waiting a few seconds for the Turkish servers to come up. So, and what a action we have tonight on the servers. There we have, that's Kasiaka. So that's not Havuk's group, that's the group we just saw. So let's hope Havuk and company is ready for the next race. But until now, this server is Kasiaka FS, but we want to see the other group if we have a chance for that. If they are going to create in a few seconds. Or else we will follow Kasiaka and company into the next race. Argentinian races. It's amazing. Normally in this game, before the lockdown, we are seeing 220 online races, online skippers at the same time. Right now we have over 1,000, and almost this custom race mode was killed because they changed some different things in it. But now all you clubs out there doing such a great job. Congratulations with that, and continue doing it. Okay, it looks like we're going to watch the group with Kasiaka instead of looking for Havuk and them. So we're going into the same group once again. We're going into the Turkish League, and this is race number 3 coming up. This is Kasiaka organizing this group, and while you're organizing, don't forget that your boat is sailing away. So he needs to turn that boat around, or else he will lose that start, and that's quite costly when you are the organizer of the server. And he continues sailing away from the group. Let's see if he comes back or he will just lose it. But for him, this is more important to create a good regatta. Make sure that all these 100 skippers had a good experience, and they are having a good time tonight in Turkey. And remember, it's 2 hours later than Central Euro time, so it's half past 10 in the evening. Where here it's 8:30. So they might be a little bit tired. This is race number 3 coming up out of 5. We are in one of the last 2 groups, so Group D or Group E. So who would do the best race? They're getting ready to find their positions, and right now the wind is coming from right towards left. And this means going to a starboard side when we are getting into the race might be a good choice. If you have any question or you're cheering on somebody in this race, please write in the chat. We love when you're sitting on YouTube, Twitch or Facebook and saying, hey, go F, or cheer them. That's all way to go. Who do you think will win this race? Who is doing the best job today in these groups? Will it be Kasiyaka we have in the picture here with the wind socks when we're watching from top? Will it be some Gusen Tierdem, or will we have a big surprise and see Esailing taking a victory? Race 3 coming up. 16 seconds to start. We're still having a focus on Kasiyaka. Penalty to them, Windward and Bisengul. That's a wrong time to get a penalty. That's a slowdown in the start. We also have a slow start here for Bisengul. Now he lost connection. See how he's driving around in 360. Now he's back in 2013 with a false start. Derini Denise in 4th. Then we have Sailor SF Tour 82. Again going here in the pin end. He's this time in 12th. In the lead is one of the yellow boats. But opposite side we have Derin Denise going in 9th. But it's E in the lead. Side by side by the light blue boat Sinke. And they're all waiting to start this chain reaction of tacking up towards the top mark. But right now they're very satisfied with the win and will still go in a starboard tack. King starts the show. Starting tacking up towards the top mark. Then we have CNK. Here going in. Penalty to here because CNK kept his starboard. And there he goes up. Will we have a new penalty? No, that's D-Lock hit me, Met. He went upwind and slowed down, didn't get a penalty. Ley line is reached. It's 282 going all the way to the ley line, followed by the winning boat from the last race, Utmul Cartel, but right now in 9th, because in the middle it's the light blue boats in the lead. But will they be in the lead after the first mark rounding? We will see within the next 20 seconds. TEB in 13. Kasiyaka in 66. He's crossing in. He's doing starboard. Oh, again, very, very fair sailing. Not going in front of TEB. Then we have Simgusen coming in. We have Utmul Cartel. Oh, almost penalty. Wind shift coming up. It's all about tacking up now, Kasiyaka. But he's under pressure by D-Like Higemet. But there we go. 282. They need to change their angle. It's all about being on the inside now of that mark round. And another wind shift came in. That means 282 in a good position. Utmul Karl also. And Kasiyaka needs to go to behind Simgusen and FS. FS in 4th. Great job by him. Penalty to TEB. He came in front of Simgusen, and don't get too close to Simgusen because he's actually know what he's doing in this game. Rounding the mark, 282. Utmul Cartel in 2nd. Simgusen coming in. Rounding the mark. Derin Denise. Then we have ICN coming in. Oh, slow down. And actually, this is more costly for all the other players behind him. TEB lost momentum, slowed down. All the other boats sailed into him and got a penalty. This time TEB got a penalty by ear, but it costed important meters for Kasiyaka, so he's not in the race. Fleet split into 2 groups at the moment. Still in the lead. Oh, this time Utmul Cartel in the lead. 282 in 2nd. FS in 3rd. Derin Denise in 4th, but under pressure by SNK. Opposite side, Simgusen getting ready to be on the attack. Ajax in 7. Simgusen takes over 4th. that's a good position to be in. And now he's coming in, he's in starboard tack. Oh, it's a very fair and clean race today. Normally we see some of these top sailors going in and doing attack. Yes, go Dilly Hikmet. Let's see where he is. Why he has fans in the group. He's actually in position 17 at the moment, losing it all at the top mark, getting a massive penalties up there. TEB, who actually handed out the penalties because he went upwind and all the other boats sailed into him, he is in 9th. Split again in the mark rounding. FS going to the right hand side together with CNK. AX going in towards the middle. De Rindenis also, but Simgussen going to the left hand side. Interesting call. Tour 82 now in the lead. Utmukal chosen to go to the wrong side, and that's why Tour 82 won 24 meters in one mark rounding. Utmukatel going into pressure Simgussen, so Simgussen needs to go out of the wind shadow, but he is really under control at the moment. 282 also just tack in front of him. Opposite, we see FS taking a chance. He's currently in 5th, he's going to the right hand side, but the issue here is going into lighter wind, and when he tacks towards that top mark, see the windsocks? The wind is going against his nose and not over the sail, so he will still sail 6.0 in best VMG, but he will sail the longest distance towards the top mark. 282, Utmurkatel, Simgussen, De Rindenis, Ajax coming in here, but keep an eye on FS. He's in 3rd. Will he get in? Keep that. No, he drops to 5th, but it's going to be a close call. He is keeping his position, but he drops to 5th because according to server there will be attack from Simgussen in the opposite side, rounding the top mark for the 2nd time. In the lead, Tour 82, the routine player is in the lead. Utmurkatel in 2nd, Simgussen in 3rd, CNK in 5th. And to the fan in the group, Dilak Hikmet, he is winning 2 positions, currently in 15, but it's not looking good for him. CNK in 4th, De Rindenis in 5th, FS coming up, Ajax coming up, and this is going to be a battle in between these two, but let's try to follow it here. FS needs to take care of not getting a penalty for getting too close to De Rindenis, because he has to ride away when they're coming into the mark rounding. He's on the inside and can penalize FS. Ajax coming also in there. Let's just keep a beautiful picture of what's happening right now. It's 282. He's winning this race. 2nd place to Utmurkatel. 3rd place to Simgussen. 4th place CNK. And then this is interesting. Let's see this battle. Right now, the Rindenis can actually do a starboard tack, cross to the opposite side, jibing to the opposite side. FS will then get a penalty. But they are very light wind, 7.5. See opposite side, 12.7. This means these boats are sailing in so much light wind that they will not just lose their 5th position, they might lose it all the way down to 10th if the other boat's coming into harder breeze. A battle over here. Simgussen coming in, throwing dirty arrow on CNK. Textbook attack, using the wind shadow to come in front of the other boat. And that's cool. Now in 3rd, a victory to Tour 82. Utmurkatel, who won the last race we saw, in 2nd. Simgussen in 3rd, CNK in 4th. But let's go back to the boats in the lighter wind. Here we have FS 10.4, IS 9.8. So they're really losing momentum. Kasiyaka sneaks up from behind, takes 5th because of that choice, what they did there. So that is a very, very close call. In the last position right now, we still have this Benzengul Again, it looks like he didn't round one of the marks, so he's way behind. But this is 2013 coming in here. Sailor, Dilak Hikmet, he's in 15, and he doesn't lose this 15 position, but he either doesn't win extra coming in. So good results. Last players coming in. Tour 82 with a victory, and a good victory. Utmu Kartel, who got there first in the race we saw before, in second. CNK third. Sim Gusen fourth. Kasiyaka fifth. Tierdem 6. FS 7. Fayas Unal in 8. Ayas in 9. Darin Denise. He was, and this is interesting, he was in 4th, choosing to go to lighter win, losing 6th position. The same thing with Enkin and Winward. Cheese Sailing coming in 14, and Dilak hit mid 15, 2013, 16 Sailor 17, 2 boats disconnected, Berkefer and Lukumu, and then Besigul is still racing. Best thought, Simgusen sailed the shortest distance, Kasiyaka with 4 penalties, and that's interesting because Kasiyaka ended up 5th, so that's a good race by him in race number 3, coming back in the race. So let's see if we can find the other group for race number 4. The group would have Vuk and the racers there. We'll just see if they are up here. Spanish. That's a Brazilian. That's a Spanish. So we just keep an eye on when they're coming in. German League coming up. A lot of good races coming into it. Great job by all the sailors in there. So yeah, Mehmet. Oh no, not the best result by the boat you're cheering on. He's not coming in. We are waiting for Havuk and company. And while we're doing that, let's just have a small break video coming up. Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you e-sailing fans around the world. Welcome to e-sailing TV. We are in Marseille. We are at the Sail GP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of Sail GP will receive their trophy. So that's a hot one. Penalty to Lilo 14. Most of the boats are in the committee boat, sailing into each other. Massive penalties in this start.
Good start. This is superb. And look at the speed of the Spaniards.
From the start, and remember they're trying to hit that 0. That
Next race coming up. It's race number 4 in the 2 last groups. But right now, we're waiting for the group with organized by Havuk, because we don't want to see the same group one more again. I know a lot of fans are sitting up there and cheering on some of the sailors there, but we're waiting to see the other group, so we have a small mix, because there's only 2 races left, and we are missing the one group in race number 4. But if we are not finding it, if it's not created within the next minute, we will jump into the same group. So Simgusen and company is getting ready for their race. So let's see if the next group coming up here. It's a very close race. It's really cool organized. They are 100 skippers tonight. They've all been doing 5 races, and in a few after the two next races, we will see the fleet be divided into a match race final, where we'll see the final skippers do the racing. French, American, Argentinian. But we still have an eye on the other Turkish group, because we are here to watch the Turkish League. And that's it. You can see here what we're doing. We are trying to find the real race. It's race number 4 coming up. So how that will be. Race number 4 in the group we have been seeing before is here. They are just waiting to start it, so we can always jump into that. But we really want to see the other Turkish group, just to see some different names and some different races. But if we are not finding it, we will drop into this 9 out of 20 server. They're starting in 59 seconds. See how much activities there are in the servers. Amazing job, great job by all of them. It's because the German and the Spanish league has just started doing their races. It looks like we can't find the group with Havuk in. So let's go back into the group with Kasiyaka and company. So race number 4 coming up. There's 25 seconds to start. They're getting ready to place themselves in their positions. And one funny thing I just saw out there, I saw in the Danish group, I saw a name called Rindum. Anne-Marie Rindum, the Danish top sailor, is coming up. Is starting playing the game. She got the Rolex, she was Rolex Player of the Year. So that's amazing. And a female player. CNK with a bad start. Utmund Kartel with a bad start. That's very, very bad. And then, fans in the server, do something with the Dili Hikmet. So this time he's not winning. You just write to me, Mehmet, that he will win. He's here in 13, just going over the finish line. See how long he's behind. If you can somehow give him some energy or kick him behind a place, so he's not doing this, then let's see how that is. Esailing, TEB, 282, Kasiyaka in 4th, but in the lead, we have a new boat. It's Efes. Let's try to go close to him. Also having there, yeah, Mehmet, very bad start by him, but that's how it is. But it's fantastic to see all your sailors here jumping into the game. And some of you haven't been playing it as long as Efes, as Kasiyaka. Some of you has just, Awesome Gusen, has just started to doing it and have some days of practice and still competing in this high level. So very good race. Congratulations with that. It's race number 4. Efes in the lead. Windshift coming in there. In lighter win. This means Kasiyaka that is in the middle and 282 might take over the victory. Let's see. Efes coming in. He's in 3rd. Dropping down at the moment. Kasiyaka taking over the lead. 282 coming from port side. But Kasiyaka, let's try to follow him. When he tacks towards the top mark, will it be too long away from 282 to penalize him or to control him? Let's see. Tack coming in. 282 coming up. No, he will be in the lead. He will tack in front of Kasiyaka. Let's see. There he does. What a wind shadow coming in. Kasiyaka racks straight away, going a little bit higher to keep speed. And that's always the discussion, what to do in that case. TEB comes in the middle, because Kasiyaka will only lose 0.1 knots in speed when caught in wind shadow at this point. Cheese Sailing. Penalty to Ajax for sailing in front of Cheese Sailing. So he lost that position quite well. And when we saw Kasiyaka to continue that talk, he did a double tack, and that's dropping down in position. But it's 282 in the lead. Cheese Sailing in second, TEB in third, Kasiyaka fourth. Penalty to the Rindenese. Then we have Lukumo in fifth, Ajax in sixth. Then we have 2013, Simgusen, Bakefe, Winward, and Inkin there. FSC, he was in the lead, dropped to 12, caught in wind shadow, caught behind all the boats. Now he is in 11, and he might drop to 12 again. Penalty Simgusen, penalty to the Rindenese. That's his second penalty. Then we have a small battle here. Cheese Sailing Kasiyaka. I have to say Cheese Sailing need to take care because Kasiyaka is coming in. And while there's one boat enjoying that, that's 282. He can sneak away for the second time tonight and maybe go in and win it. Opposite side, TEB in second. 282. TEB coming in. Kasiyaka going outside to the ley line. Cheese Sailing coming in. Lukumum coming also in. Crossing down. They are in a little bit lighter wind. 282 still. TEB going in front of Kasiyaka. Those two boats are in a good position because when the other boats jibes down towards them, they have the right of way. And the other boats like Cheese Sailing here will get a penalty. Cheese Sailing going behind. It looks like we're going to have a split. Yeah, Cheese Sailing going opposite. That's an interesting choice. See, Cheese Sailing straight away drops to 7. And now back in 5th, but losing 30 meters going to the right-hand side instead of going to the left-hand side and then tack up towards the middle. So always keep an eye on that wind intelligence. What to do, what to do. 282 in the lead. We have TEB in second, Kasiyaka fourth, Ajax in third, Kefe in fifth, CNK 8 opposite side, Cheese Sailing here in 6. It is the Turkish League for the new viewers. They are doing 100 members racing today. It's the local sailing club, one of the local sailing clubs together with the community getting ready to race. Great job by them. Let's see how they are going into it. Kasiyaka fourth, 282. It looks like he will be secure of winning it. But will Kasiyaka get second? Cheese Sailing drops to 7. Kasiyaka, yeah, he's getting into a position in second because he will go in front of TEB. So, Mehmet saying, hey, D-Like Hitmet, show yourself. And he is in position 16 at the moment. Here he is, smiling. It is almost, you can see he's relaxing on the boat. It is the J17 and with no wind. I've been sailing on one of them with no wind. Then when you're speeding up with 1.5 knots, 2 knots, it's like, I have to say, relaxing home in the couch and just sail into it. And that looks like that for the like Hitmet from that. Sorry, Mehmet, that it's like that for you. You top sailor there. So 282 coming first. Kasiyaka went to the left-hand side, going on the inside, but see who's coming back. It's Cheese Sailing. No, he's too polite. He's not an e-sporter, he's a sailor. So he's coming in, doing an extra tack in third, Ajax in fifth, and TEB is now caught. The other boats came from starboard, so he needs to go behind. Drops to fifth, Simgusen in sixth. And now there's a split. 282 will win it. Kasiyaka will be under pressure by Cheese Sailing. But luckily for him, Ajax, TEB and Simgusen will come in. Penalty to Utkatel. Utkatel, who has been winning a race, getting second in one, is now in 10th. FS in 9, Bakefe 7, Inkin coming up. And to all the fans out there, he's now in 14, winning one position. He's coming up now, Mehmet. Maybe he will end up 10 if he's continue doing that development in the game. Enjoy this. A lot of penalties. Bakefe, King, TEB, IS, and Esailing. And they're under pressure by Simgusen. There is actually right now sitting 2 knots faster than all of them. Is that a battle in the lead? Yeah, it is. Kasiyaka has closed the gap to 282. 282 sailed into lighter wind and see Kasiyaka taking him now. Match race coming up for the victory. Kasiyaka against the Grandmaster 282. Who will win this one? Oh, jibing in. Kasiyaka tries to see if he can win. He's going to the left-hand side to jibe in for the last time. He's taking a chance. He's had the right away. Can 282? No. And then Kasiyaka jibes. Kasiyaka takes the win. 282 second. I'm pretty sure of that. That's a good racing. And then we have another great battles coming up here. 2 battles at the same time. 3rd place Simgusen, 4th time 3rd TEB, 5th to FS. Then we have IX6, Bakefe battling and can see pressing each other. Esailing 7. Lukumu coming in 10. And as I said, Dilly hit me 10th position maybe. That's very close. That's a good call by the commentators. They could see how his development was. And this is behind right now Sailor CF coming over as the last person in this beautiful boat, the J70. Beautiful boat. Huge sails, spinning her up. Wind shadow 30 meters big. No. So, Kasiyaka victory. As I said, winning 0.0. And actually, the server says they have the same result. So, the admins need to decide now because they came over the finish line at the same time. But the server is giving the victory to Kasiyaka because he came from behind and battled his way in. So what will the admins decide here? 282 in 2nd, Simgusen in 3rd, TEB in 4th, FS in 5th, IS in 6th, Esailing 7, Windward 8, King 9, Lukumu in 10, Bakefe 11, Dili Hikmet in 12, 2013 in 13, Derin Denise 14, Bisegul 15, CNK 16, Utmut Kartel. A win and a 2nd and a 17th position. What is happening with that racer in this race? Sailor CF came in 18. We want to see what happens to Utmut. Oh, now I know what's happening. A very bad start. Then he battling his way up. But at the top mark, he got penalized 2 times. And at the downwind race, penalized and dropped to 7. That was race number 4. This means there's only 1 race left before we are going in to see a result. And we may be going to have a final coming up. So let's see a little bit about that here. We're just seeing there's no Turkish server up here. Spanish, international. Oh, Switzerland. Great job there. Friends, but let's go a little bit down here. That's the Portuguese we saw yesterday. But we are watching out for a Turkish server to start up. There will be 20 boats in it, so now it's just to find the right one. Still Spanish. That was Polish. That's amazing. So a lot of you, oh, there we have, but that's the one we just saw in the chat. Are we also going to see the last race with them? Because right now we can't find Havuk and company. Are they alike? What's happening with them? So I think we just jump into, we keep an eye on this server 2020. we just give it 30 seconds again, or else we will follow this race one more time. So they've just been lucky to be on Esailing TV for 4 races in a row. Havuk and company, we can't find them, and that's an international. Oh, that's a international race coming up, a mixed race. So we might just stick to that server we are part of. Just keeping an eye on the servers around them. No, 2020. So it might be that server we're joining. If it starts, then now we jump here. If it starts and start counting down, then it's the one we're going for. But will Kasiyaka continue doing this race, and will Utme Cartel losing the next one also, like he just lost here? Because then he will have a hard time. There's only one discard in the race. The poles coming in, that's quite good. Quite good. Spanish. And they haven't started yet, so there's still a hope for Havuk and company. No, they're starting up now, so we will go in and watch this race. So we are going to take the same racers, so this time there might be a chance for some of those come from behind doing a better race. 1 minute left. Kasiyaka in the picture. But for the fans out there, will this skipper, D-Like Hikmet, will he have a chance in race number 5? He's placing himself in a good position, getting ready to get a better start than in the last race. They're coming up. So, 27 seconds. That's going to be a good start. Let's see it from top. He's sneaking away. We still keep an eye just to please Mehmet Tess in the chat. Kasiyaka with a penalty, and he's under pressure now. Oh, penalizing the yellow boat in front of him. So 5 seconds. Will it be a good start? He needs to press the best VMG button now. Starting in position 11, drops to 15, but it's a good start this time. So he's into the race. But right now, he's choosing a very bad thing. Sailing in to light a wind. So they need to go up to the right-hand side straight away, where we can see Derin Denise fighting with Tour 82. Simgusen also going up there. Kasiyaka caught in the middle. Eje is currently in the lead. What will happen? Oh, Bisengul sailing the wrong way. Maybe he missed the start. He's sailing back. He missed the start. Sailing back to the start. So Bisengul was not in here. Sorry, Mehmet. We did the best to cheer on him. But he's currently in position 16. He had an okay start, but then he drops down. Tour 82. Let's go to him. He is in the right-hand side. He's crossing in towards the middle at the moment. That's Simgusen we have in front of him, in front of us. 282 is just a little bit further out. Let's just take it here. But he is in a harder breeze and sailing towards a lighter breeze where the other skippers are, where Eje is. But has he sailed a too long distance to come up towards that top mark? We will see in a few sec. He's crossing in. It looks like Simgusen and Ayats going in front of him. And of course they are doing that. Eje in the lead. Still in that position. That might be his chance to do something very great today. Race number 5. And Eje might win it. So, getting ready to round it. Opposite side in Kin. Utmut Cartel, or wind shift in favor for him. So now he will speed up. I will change the angle of the sails and not sail with best VMG in this case. He's in 9th, he's in 10th. A battle in front of him. It's Simgusen, and another wind shift came in. That means Kasiyaka and Eje is now in 1st and 2nd because of these enormous wind shift. AX in 3rd. Simgusen drops to 4th. So the 4 top racers been found, or I have to say, keep an eye on Derindeniz, CNK, Windward. They are coming in with speed, but they're coming in a port side. Will Kasiyaka drop down? Was that a too long distance to sail? Derindeniz coming in. Front of Kasiyaka. CNK also. Windward on the inside. Rounded, but he's not. No penalty. CNK come from the outside of the zone in a starboard tack. And that's where there was a penalty. Cheese Sailing coming in. Kasiyaka in 5th. Tour 82 drops down. Simkosen also tier them. And there we have him. Dilak Hikmet is coming in 15 at the moment. Rounding the second top mark. Getting down to the gate mark. Penalties, 2 of them handled out. That's Derindeniz. That's actually his second penalty already in this race and still in 4th. So that's impressive. Let's see if he keeps it. 282, throwing some dirty air on FS. Kasiyaka on the attack. Jibes away. Attacking CNK. 282 comes now up in 6th, getting ready to go in attack position. FS going away from attack. Cheese Sailing following it. 282 under pressure. Penalty to 282. Cheese Sailing came from right away. Ear still in the lead. Derindeniz, it looks like, is going to win a little bit momentum here. A little bit slower than the others. Caught in wind shadow now. Ajax coming in. Windward coming in. CNK winning the downwind race in 2nd. Ear going to the right, to the far side from here, right hand side. CNK, Kasiyaka left hand side. And let's see the difference in meters. Yeah, Kasiyaka winning meters now on Ear, but it's 48 meters that need to be win. Penalty to 282, penalty to Cheese, penalty to Ajax. The fleet is splitting up, so what is going to happen? Who is winning what? CNK in 3rd, Kasiyaka 2nd, Ear in the lead. This is, it looks like the win is secured, but Kasiyaka, CNK, they are side by side. But right now they're winning meters on Ear, and Ear continues sailing into lighter wind and will get the wind against his nose when he tacks up towards that top mark. So will Kasiyaka, CNK take over the lead, or will they get so close that we will have an attack downwind? Let's see, it's coming up. They're getting ready for it. It's going to be very, very close race. Kasiyaka tacks in front of CNK to control him. Maybe that's giving Ear a little bit space, but it's only 8 meters. Ear has been losing 40 meters in that upwind race in the battle against Kasiyaka and CNK. Windward coming in, so how will it be? How will they do? And can they do anything? Let's see here. Here we can see the difference. We are at the top mark. It's race number 5. They're battling for the last positions, the last points to get into the final of tonight. And after this race, we will have a small break where we will wait for the scoreboard, the final scoreboard to come in. And that's it. Let's see Ear just in front of Kasiyaka, but see, the fleet is together. Kasiyaka following him. CNK also. This is close side by side. Ear on the inside, so he has the right away. Kasiyaka needs to take care of not getting a penalty. Going on the inside, so he has the right away. CNK coming in. We will follow these 3 boats downwind because that will be a match for Giants. Who will win? Who will get second? Who will get 3rd? But let's just keep an eye here on the roundings before. 282. Ajax coming in. No, Ear with a penalty. When we went away, Kasiyaka made the attack. And that's, let's see, CNK losing 48 meters in the rounding. Kasiyaka takes the win with a penalty up there. But let's see, Ear is coming back. Is he ready to do a downwind attack? No. Kasiyaka too long away, too far away from Ear. So now it's all about who is in the wind. 15.4, Kasiyaka slower. He's in the middle. Ear going into light a win. Kashiaka speeds up 50.5. So it's a win for Kashiaka. CNK under pressure because from behind 282 and TEB coming in with speed. They are really, really going into that battle. But let's see. Oh, again, too polite TEB. Just sail into AX. You have the right of way. But that's fair sailing and we understand that. Ear battling for second, for surviving. We have a battle here behind for third and for fourth, fifth and sixth. AX coming in. 282 caught in wind shadow by TEB. They are getting ready. A victory to Kashiaka. Second to CNK. EF third. Fourth goes to 282. AX coming in. TEB coming in sixth. And then let's see here. Oh, please stop doing that. Then we have CFK. He is here. He's battling for Utmo Cartel in 16 again. That boat has been in the lead a couple of times and now dropping to 16. That is very costly in the final score because 2 positions where he is placed in the last position as 15 and 16. That is costly in the final ranking. Kashiaka with a victory in race number 5. CNK second, Ear in third, 282 in fourth, AX in fifth, TEB 6, T-Sailing 7, FS 8, Windward 9, N-King 10, Simgusen 11, Derin Denise 12, Dili Hikmet 13, 20, 13, 14, Sailor 15, Utmo Cartel 16, Bisten Guld 17, and 2 players lost connection. N-King with the best start, but 0.7. It's a very slow start for the sailors. In the top level, this will be 0.3, 0.1. Sailed the shortest distance was AX, Kashiaka with the best speed. And that's why Kashiaka was winning. CNK winning over Ear on the last downwind race also. And then we can see Ajax in fifth. He actually, rounding the gate mark, was giving him a position from 8th towards 5th. So that was good racing there. This was race number 5 coming up. So we are just going to wait a little bit time here. I will just go in and write the admins what's going to happen. Let's see if I can get Kanubuta or Kashiaka in speak to see how they will do it. So just writing Kashiaka, when is next race? Super, and yes, that I'm just getting confirmed here that they're not going into a middle race. This was 100 skippers racing in this qualifier. So next race will go into the score that is coming tonight, and I will post it afterwards. Here, let's see here. This scoreboard here. That's race number 1. This is race number 1 out of 4 races. And after this race, all these 100 races will get their score, and then they will get a final position in it. And let's see if they created the series. No, they haven't. So that's how it's going to be. So let me post in the link here the sale ranks link for this race, so all of you can follow the final score when it's coming in. And this final score, when it comes in, then you can go in and see it. Great race by the Turks, great organizing, great job. Havuk, Kashiaka, Kanubuta, Balta, Simgusen, and Unumadan Dalinsi. They are part of the race officers. Great job. Congratulations. 100 sailors coming in. I'm just getting an upgrade that they're doing 4 races in total. Top 20 from there will go to the semi-final, and top 8 will go to a live final. So that is great job by them. great job. Coming up, it's fantastic. And I only have one thing to say to all of you out there. Stay safe, stay home, have fun, play virtual regatta inshore. And if you also have a club that's doing regattas like this, then contact Esailing TV and we will support it. Before ending up today, we love to support you. Hope you guys will support us. And if you want to organize things like this, here is a good video of how you can use a program called Discord. We have seen the scoreboard sale ranks before, but this is Discord. So stay clean, stay home, stay safe. Hello, good evening, good morning, good afternoon to all of you e-sailing fans around the world. Welcome to Esailing TV. We are in Marseille, we are at the Sail GP Grand Finals. Behind me is the stage where the winner of Sail GP will receive their trophy. So that's a hot one. Penalty to Lilo, 14. Most of the boats are in the committee boat, sailing into each other. Massive penalties in this start.